Hello, my lovelies. We're going to get you some spiritual guidance and advice. We're going to see what's going on for the collective. No timeline on this, whenever you find it. Sometimes I feel like everybody's worried about timelines. Let's just see what's happening. What's the energy around? Okay, got a couple of them. Star bathing. You might need to go sit out under the stars, under the moonlight. I feel like it could definitely do you a world of good. Light body crystal grid transmission and activation. If you can see on this card, there's a person laying there. So she's being like tethered to the earth, right? She's grounding her energy, but she's also receiving transmissions from the stars. Interesting. Double mission, light worker star seeds, serve the world by being you. So you may be a star seed, you might be a light worker like I am. My life is supposed to be here to be of service to the collective without it being at the expense of myself, and that's a lesson that I had to learn. So you may have a double mission here. You have personal goals that you're here to achieve, and then you have a bigger mission to help the collective. So serve the world by being you, your most authentic self. And perspective. So sometimes we forget that we're just like a little speck of dust in the grand scheme of things, right? And so none of this matters. Zoom out and find common ground. Where in your life do you need to find some common ground? There could have been a falling out with someone. There could have been things that maybe what's coming to mind is the word nonsense, right? Like, it's just nonsense. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So where can you zoom out? Where can you shift your perspective? I feel like that will help immensely. McLee's deck. There's some sort of higher learning. So there's something that you're here to learn. You've learned from experience, right? You've experienced a lot of things, but now more inner study is required in order to further your progress. So you might have to do some shadow work, some soul searching. Maybe you need some time alone to reflect, to figure some things out. Saint Germain, releasing karma. Releasing who? Not me, not karma. All right, move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. So karma is basically the cause of law of cause and effect. And so what you put out is what you're going to get back, right? So we want it to be positive karma, right? We want to hope that people are left with the impression that we were helpful or we were loving or we were kind, things like that, not the opposite. So if you're worried about that, release the negative and go towards something positive. And Kuan Yin, care and compassion. So I do feel like you need to choose love, right? That's for yourself as well as others. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. Don't know why the words won't come out today, but whatever. So I feel like you need to practice like blooming where you're planted. It's funny, she has a lotus on here, and that's the symbol I chose to use for our podcast because it's symbolic of not only karma, but it's also symbolic for growth, for change, for evolution. And so I feel like you could be going through a lot of change, a lot of growth right now. And Spirit's trying to show you that you can bloom despite your circumstances or despite where you come from, the challenges that you might be facing. Embody love. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help show each other what true love, care, and compassion is all about. So how do we raise the vibe? What do we need to know? How do we raise the vibe? I lovingly accept myself, right? Faults and all, no makeup. We don't care, right? We're just going to accept who we are, and that's totally good because that's what we're here to do. We're supposed to embody love. We're supposed to embody our authenticity, who we actually are at our core. And if we're unable to do that, we've got a lot of inner work we need to do. What else do we need to see to raise the vibe? Spirit, I trust my gifts. Are you listening to your gifts? Everybody has spiritual gifts. I can promise you that. Maybe you're unsure of what they are. I have a whole spiritual gifting course here on the channel. It's free. You can check that out. It's going to help you to open up your spiritual gifts, your intuition, and maybe you have other gifts that you're meant to be using. So trust those. If there's things that you feel called to do, if there's things that you're really passionate about, Spirit gave you those for a reason. You're supposed to be using those in some capacity. Maybe it's to create art. Maybe it's music. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're not artistic at all, but maybe you're super handy, whatever it happens to be. And believing is seeing. I do feel like there's some sort of major change that's coming in for the collective. I get the sense that there's going to be a big turnaround by embracing who you are. And I know that sounds really cliche, but I feel like you're going to start to see like miracles unfold in your life in some way, shape, or form if you believe that it's possible, right? You've got to believe it before you're going to see it. The saying is, seeing is believing, but sometimes we have to believe it before we're going to see it. So that may be important as well. Let's see. Animals. Let's see what we have from the animals. What do we need to know? The elephant. Oh, I love that. You gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. So we always call them the old timers, but like your grandparents, your great grandparents, aunts, uncles, you know, a generation at least older than you are. You know, a lot of times they would sit around and they would share stories of what it was like when they were growing up or things that they had experienced. We're supposed to absorb that knowledge. Don't discount it, because even though it may be, you know, generations apart and different circumstances, different times, there's still knowledge to be had. A lot of times I feel like the younger generations miss out on grandparents. They miss out on that generational wisdom and knowledge. So if we're able to pass that down, we're supposed to. It definitely helps. The wild boar, whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. So this would indicate that you've got to do things for yourself, not for just everybody else. Don't do what everyone expects you to do. You know, I like to just keep them guessing. That's like one of the things that I pride myself on, is keep them guessing. Never know what's going to come next, you know. Maybe one day I come in and I've shaved all my hair off. Maybe the next day I'm dressed to the nines. Maybe the next day I don't show up at all. I mean, just keep people guessing. Whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. Don't worry about other people's opinions. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. You've got to worry about what you think about you. And hopefully you love yourself. And the beaver, investing in home comforts provides security and family togetherness. So I feel like you could be spending some time at home, maybe working on your home. Maybe you're doing something to like beautify your home, make it more comforting. Let's get one more of these. And the fox. Your sharpened senses allow you to observe the actions of others. Remember, especially if you're an empath or an empathetic, that you need to observe, not absorb. And there's a major difference there. So use your senses, sharpen those senses, observe what's going on around you so that it helps you to be able to make adjustments so that you can see whether something is for you or not. Have a great day.